şaşırtır hep zaten. Ben bittim ben giderken, hiç umudum kalmamışken bir güneş parlar bazen. Hayat şaşırtır hep zaten. Ben bittim ben giderken, hiç umudum kalmamışken bir güneş parlar bazen.
Hey guys, welcome to my new video. For today's video, I hope that you have your coffee and your water because of hydration. And let's get started to this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you will like all the themes that I'm covering, and let's get into this video. For today's video, I want to talk about friendships, and I want to talk about how much friendships are important. I am someone who was really feeling like relationships are so much important in my life, and they are so important, like having a partner or a husband in life later. And I was always focusing on having really good friends and having friends that, you know, who can understand me, who will always be there for me no matter what I'm going through and things like that. And I didn't really choose my friends. Somehow they chose me to be their friend, and later on I found that as a huge mistake. And I hope that you will choose who is around you, and that you will choose as well those people who choose you. That's really important. Next thing I want to talk about is having friends is really so much amazing, and having different kind of friends and different kind of relationships is really a huge blessing, and we should really be grateful to God about those friendships, about those differences between us, between people around us. And I always liked to have different kind of friends because I felt like I can learn so much from every single friend of mine, and I can have different conversations with them. You know, with some friend, I like to talk about art. I like to talk about movies. With another friend, I like to talk about psychologies of people around me, and to have that psychological aspect in our conversations. With other friends, I could talk to her about my emotions and about my situation. With another friend, I could talk about faith, and something that is really important to me very recently is my religion and my faith. And I had really different kind of friends with different religions, with different mentalities, with different ways of living this life, with different habits and things like that. Somehow I always choose people who have good habits, like life habits. For example, who don't smoke, who don't go to parties in extreme extent. I don't really like that. People who are having moral values like me. I love those kind of friends, and I think that you should choose wisely what kind of friends you are surrounded with, because you know that there is one saying that you are who you're surrounded. And the more I'm growing up, I see that logic. I see how much that is real, and that's why I avoid to be around certain people around certain times, because I felt like I do not want to be like them. Of course, there is individuality in every single aspect, and of course that you are your own person and no one can have that much influence on you and on your life. But the thing is, the more you spend time with people who have bad habits, you will slowly but surely start to picking up your bad habits and understand that it's not a big deal, when actually it is a big deal. And that's why you should choose wisely who are your friends. Also, never be friends with people who show you jealousy, who always compete with you, who always overshare everything. I think that's very unnecessary. With people who always say that you are like them, and they always want to put you on the same level as them in some stories and in some life situations. Why is that? Why that started bothering me while I was in one very good friendship? Because I felt like I'm my own person, especially because, as you know, I turned 25 recently, and the more I am getting mature, the more I see I am my own person and no one can influence me unless I allow that person to influence me around certain things. And you know, having that friend who says like, oh, we're always the same, we're having the same life, I started really getting bad energy from that, and I started being like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that we have the same life. I don't think that we are going always through the same situations, because we don't. And you know, for just a little disclaimer, she is the only child in her family, and I am having 2 siblings. So in our family we have 3 children, which is a drastic thing, and you can never compare a person who has, you know, a family of 5 in her house, and a person who has you know, 2 or 3 family members. It's really not something to compare and not something to really understand. She can understand me to a certain level, but not completely, because she's not living the similar life like me, and she can never understand some of my struggles, because I am the eldest child, because I have 2 younger siblings, and those kind of, I wouldn't say those are red flags, but just some things that you should really have your eyes on and really be careful about who you are becoming friends with. And also, I don't know if this is necessary to say, but really try to avoid people who have really bad habits, who are lazy, who are not willing to do everything for their dreams, to have like a decent and normal life. Try to avoid people who always complain about every single situation. I was that friend, and let me tell you, I attracted people like that in my life. And yes, sometimes we all need to complain about something, about our problems, about our life. That's normal. But over complaining about every single thing in your life is not very normal. And it still takes me a time to sit with myself and say like, okay, I should be more positive about this. It's not everything that dark, it's not everything disaster like I used to say, because when you say that everything is disaster, everything slowly becomes disaster. So please be careful of your friends, of who you're surrounded with. Be careful of what your friends are saying to you. They can install in your brain some kind of values that you were not very aware of. They can bring you different kinds of opinions about some things, and that's why it's so important to have your own personality and always say, okay, my friends are my friends, but I am a different person. I am a different person. I am a person with my own religion, with my own values, with my own life, with my own family. I'm not like them, and that's okay. Also, recently, the thing that maybe it's time for a sip of coffee. Also, it's very important to have your own opinion about things. Why? I will tell you one example. I was trying some different sunglasses, and I was telling my friends I like big and huge sunglasses, and I believe that they suit me well. My two friends said, I don't really think so. I think that, a bit different, with different shape. I think that those are like less less big are better for you. And I listened to them and I tried those, and I said, well, they don't look bad on me. They look good. They look fine. But I prefer bigger glasses, so I will be naturally attracted to buy bigger sunglasses because I believe that they suit me well. Sometimes we should listen to our friends and have their own opinion in our brain and acknowledge that, okay, maybe in some situations I should buy and use different type of sunglasses because they also suit me well. People told me that they suit me well. But what I will do, I will naturally lean to my own decision, and I will do what makes me happy. I have my own personality. I think that bigger sunglasses suit me better, so I will be definitely that person that will always somehow choose, or in 90% of situations I will choose a different sunglasses, and that's completely normal. That's completely fine. So always have your own me. Have yourself. Have your own opinions. Have your own values, and don't let someone shake you. It's good to be open-minded. It's good to listen to your friends. Your friends can give you very good points about life and about certain things, but always stay true to yourself. That's it for today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!